Yobachi 2007 back at you with another one. And let's hear a little something from Grace on the Mario Brothers movie.
So wow! I'm kind of shocked at how bad this movie is. Universal knows, though. Universal knows, which is why the embargo is lifting mere hours before the movie premieres. I don't think this is going to make $1 billion.
Another Access Media hack. Another hack with another hack opinion. Just incredible. Let's take a look. The Super Mario Bros. Movie surpassed 1 billion in estimated global box office receipts on Sunday. That's this past Sunday. Today is May the 5th. So this past Sunday, I think was April 30th, 31st, whatever that was. So it says it's the first movie to do so in 2023, according to research firm ComScore. Through Sunday, the film has grossed 490 million domestically and 532 million internationally. Now, this is a rare feat. It's usually the higher number domestically. Just the U.S. and Canada alone is the higher portion of any film, and then the domestic augments that at maybe 40%. But it seems like it's flipped the other way around here because Mario through Nintendo over three and a half decades is a worldwide brand, and the notion that this movie wasn't going to make a lot of money and do well is just insane. But only these types of insider Hollywood, far leftist, anti-fun, agenda-driven minded types of people who think art is these films that are slow and dreary with people crying and have to be some kind of deep. They think women talking is high art. That's how such a film, that's how a movie about women sitting around in a circle talking for 2 hours gets nominated for the Best Picture Award. That's what they think is somehow entertaining. Their agenda-driven film about sexual assault. And if it's actually something enjoyable and fun to regular people, then it's a problem. Please go ahead and like this video, like us up. Also, if you will, hit me with a subscribe to come back to the channel for more. But definitely like this video up, help push us through the algorithm, and we're going to get right back to the program and Grace's hackery. So let's listen to some more of what Grace from, what is her channel called? I can't even see it on the screen. I don't care. You guys know who she is. Let's see what else she's talking about.
I think it might still have a big opening weekend. I don't even know if it's going to make it to Friday. I think word of mouth on this is going to be toxic, or whatever toxic goo there is in Nintendo World that it touches.
So she calls Nintendo World toxic. I think I might have clipped part of that there. She says Nintendo World, whatever it touches is toxic. No, people like this commentator are highly toxic. Again, if it's not embodying their social agenda, their gynocentrist agenda, their LGBTQ elemental PQRSTUV agenda, anything that doesn't push that is toxic. So just people who have enjoyed a video game franchise over decades, having that game appropriately demonstrated in a movie format that is true to the source material, and the source material isn't hacked up the way everything else is by Hollywood these days. And the males in the movie aren't castigated and diminished and destroyed like Kathleen Kennedy did to Luke and Han in Star Wars, or they're not made into clowns that are bested by their female counterparts like Thor and every other male hero in Marvel. If that isn't done to them, that's considered toxic, instead of this gynocentrist toxicity that makes women have to be above men, that makes everything have to be centered around lesbian warriors and homosexuality being propped up. And if it's not about that, then it's toxic. An actual good movie that's fun, fit for children to see, and enjoyable for adults, and has nostalgia for people who loved a franchise, to get delivered to them what they want, which is a proper demonstration of that franchise's source material represented in a movie, is a problem to toxic people like her.
Let me walk you through this, right? Because I know a lot of you aren't going to believe me, but I think you're going to be seeing a lot of bad reviews drop right now. And yeah, it's unfortunately true.
Yeah, from the rest of the Access Media hacks. Let's see all of what they have for us. So here we go with the Rotten Tomatoes scores. 59% from the Access Media. The same ones who uprate anything that pushes their agenda that the public doesn't like. These are the same people who thought Velma was a good show or tried to keep that number up around this same number. And look at the audience score, 96%. One of the most beloved movies to come out in recent times. But the corporate media, the shills, of course, they can't accept a good time and fun. Let's see some of these extraordinary reviews from some of these hacks. So Sarah says, from Backstage Pass, she says, the Super Mario Brothers movie unfortunately borrowed Guy Ritchie's playbook from his disaster of a movie Aladdin. Yep, there's torture in Mario Brothers, just as in Aladdin. Teaches kids to bully to get their way. Nope, not on my watch. What is she talking about? There's no such thing in this movie. There's no bullying. There's nothing but Peach and Mario protecting their family and working together to. Is she talking about Bowser? He's a villain. What are you talking about? And the whole point of the movie is that villain bad. That's why the good people, Peach and Mario, go against him and prevail against him. What is this crazy lady talking about? It's just the classic hero versus villain story. So she's just against the concept of heroes and villains. These are the kind of people who give reviews in Hollywood. The quality of the offering is questionable from multiple angles. No, sir. Eric Estrada from Cinegarage or Cinegarbage is what it should be called. You're questionable. Your brain cells and their activity is highly questionable. Victor says, a sort of dream come true for the fans of the Mustache Plumber. Exactly. So he's already telling you that he's not a fan. And imagine what kind of person, especially if you grew up in America or in the West over the last 3 decades, is not a fan of Mario Brothers. Imagine what kind of soulless, joyless person this is. A sort of dream come true for fans of the Mustache Plumber, full of Easter eggs, details, and devotion, but weighted down by a narrative foundation that's fragile enough to bury its commendable efforts to entertain. No, we can't have entertainment. What a horrible thing for movie makers to do. Bad Nintendo, bad illumination for entertaining your audience. No, you should have a movie that has a camera on women sitting around in a circle talking. We should want to watch that and spend 2 hours moaning and crying over victimhood and sexual assault. That's a great time. That's what we got to have. We got to have 2.5 hours of women talking about sexual assault. That's what all movies should be. You shouldn't have anything that's fun and entertaining or made for kids. Memo to director Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelenic. Seeing corporate symbols go through the motions of a half-baked story isn't much fun. Again, these are joyless people. And it's funny, a lot of them have some of the names. Well, I'm not really sure. A couple of them had Hispanic names. That was not Hispanic. I'm just wondering if there a thread here with no, John Leguizamo, who I guess played Mario in the original movie, was mad because they didn't use any Hispanics, even though Mario and Luigi are Italian. Just crazy. So let's see some more of this, guys. Let's see a more full review of what's so wrong with the story. I want to get a full tope on these story problems from this guy. Hold on. Frenetic Super Mario Brothers leans too heavily into nostalgia. No, it didn't. It leaned perfectly into nostalgia. Yeah, frenetic, exactly. It was high pace, high action. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't women sitting around talking about how hard and harsh and dreary their lives have been. I'm sorry that the movie's actually good. Nintendo game adaptation underdone by poor script, destruction porn. What? People. Oh my goodness, these people are joyless. They are joyless. These are some horrible, empty spirited people. I mean, Ruben Rosario, I'm sorry. You need help, my man. You clearly had no love in your life. There's just something dramatically wrong with you. The Super Mario Bros. Movie hits ground running from its first frame through video game and pop up culture references at you, those video game and pop up culture references at you with such relentless abandon that you're left grasping for air. It whizzes by at breakneck speed, so much so that it neglects to slow down and find an identity of its own. Just absolute nonsense. Just the absolute exact opposite of the truth. The identity is clear. Two brothers who are plumbers who are trying to make their way in the world get sucked into a magical mushroom kingdom. One of them gets sucked into the wrong side, and his brother has to go and rescue him. The one that gets sucked into the good side lands with a woman who is also being pursued by the same guy who's holding Mario's brother captive. So the two of them, having a common goal, team up to go and make sure that their families, their respective families, aren't destroyed. Mario's biological family and his brother, and Peach's family that raised her, the Mushroom Kingdom. This is so obvious. It's so simple. It's meant to be simple because it's a kids movie. And it's straightforward and at least somewhat in line with the original source material. And on the original, Peach was the one who is being rescued, but of course you can't have that. A woman can't need rescuing by a man these days. So Peach is now a boss chick, but it was still cool because she at least wasn't denigrating Mario in the process, and he still got to be the hero in his own film, and he wasn't put on the back burner in the film named after him. So it all works out. Everybody who has joy in their heart and is not soulless is happy, and then you have these access media hacks like Grace and Company who just can't enjoy a good fun movie. It's pathetic. We might come back on this again a little bit later because there's like more to her video that was just so ridiculous. We actually should talk about more. But we're at 12 minutes here. We're going to go on and get up out of here. Again, please subscribe to my channel and like this video up. I need those likes to push me through the algorithm. Yobachi 2007. I'm out.